Ilia Topuria being the new 155 champion now opens up so many different doors to who his opponent should be next. And I know a lot of people are saying it should be Arman to Sarukian. It should be Islam if he comes back and loses against JDM. It should be Justin so he doesn't retire. It should be Paddy because of a big pay-per-view. It should be Max because of the history and the BMF belt. Well, in my opinion, it needs to be Max Holloway. And here's why. One, Max Holloway is just coming off his last loss against Ilia. Yeah, I know he got knocked out. But then he went and faced Dustin Poirier, who is still top 5 in the 155 division. He's already knocked out Justin Gaethje. So why would we give Justin the nod over Max? I don't agree with that. Dustin just retired. Dustin's coming off a loss. Well, Justin is coming off a win from Fiziev. I'm sorry, but those are not in the same category. Then Arman having to pull out after a back injury and not being able to finish making the weight because of it when he was cutting the weight, and then the back flared up and then he couldn't continue to cut the weight, which is why Dana White made the weight cutting comment over at the press conference. Yeah, there's a whole debacle and drama when you pull out with the UFC. They don't really want to reward you unless you go face somebody else. Well, guess what? They already offered him one of his losses, which was Gamrot, and then he turned it down because he was really low in the rankings. Well, from the UFC brass's point of view, they want the guy that's going to go and right that wrong. It's not about, oh, I need to sit out and make myself available for the greatest matchup of my life for a championship. Don't get me wrong, he did earn it, but you also don't earn it with a back injury while cutting weight, and then you miss out on the biggest event of your entire life and cost the company millions in the same process. I'm sorry, but as much as I want Arman to get the next shot, he does not necessarily deserve, I'm doing that in quotations because deserve is very fucking bullshit, deserving of the title next needs to be Max Holloway. There's history, and he now has the BMF belt, and he's now at 155 full time, and there's no more questions. There's no more, oh, well, he beat Alex off of a KO and then he KO'd him again, so there's a red flag and there's why I don't like Ilia. Then Max, he knocked out Max when he came back down to 145. That's why I don't like Ilia. I don't think he's good. Well, he beat an old Charles Oliveira. I don't think he's good. Don't get me wrong. Perfect time, perfect person, perfect place, everything. Timing means more than you may even think it does. But that is why Ilia Topuria has become the star that he has. Just like Conor, just like every other star. There are moments in time where the right guy, the right person might come along to be able to strike a fucking home run further than you could even imagine, catching that lightning in the bottle like the Giants did to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl twice, okay? That is what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's just the right time, the right person, with the right fucking everything at that moment. There's nothing you can do. Now, that's why I want Max Holloway versus Ilia too, because then there's no more question marks. There's no more, can he do this? There's no more, well, I have this against Ilia Topuria because of this. It's no. We have a healthy, very, very big, Dustin couldn't stop talking about it in their whole week leading up to it, but a massive Max Holloway at 155. The dude's walking around like a real 55er now, okay? And the fact that we get this opportunity after he just did what he did to Matt or to Dustin, and then before that to Gaethje, like, come on, let's not act like he doesn't have 2 top 5 wins at 155. There is much reason to give him this title shot. This is not 45. This is not he goes through 3 losses, goes through who's who of contenders at 45, goes up and beats Justin. He came back down, okay? Everyone in history, any fighter, there's no good fight for anyone going up and coming back down, okay? Roy Jones Jr., do you think Islam Makhachev is going to do that with JDM? He's staying at 170. If he came back to 155, that would probably be the worst decision in his career, in my opinion. Now, do we get Ilia versus Islam? Most likely not ever. And it's probably one of those things that we just missed the fucking boat on, to be real. But that's why Max needs Ilia. And that's why Ilia needs Max. We need to right all of the wrongs and the whole, well, Ilia did this and that's why he won. And all that bullshit can be put aside if he just beats Max. Then the whole, I bought a BMF belt on the internet. Now it's on the line. That and the championship are both on the line. And he's able to then take that BMF belt. And there's no more lineal garbage from Jack Della, right? Because if you follow that, then Jorge lost it to Usman. Usman lost it to Leon. Leon lost it to Bilal. Bilal lost it to JDM. That's where you got the whole, I'm really the BMF. But should they do that in multiple weight classes? I really don't know. I mean, those weight classes are so similar, but not really, because 45, that's a 10, and then 15 jump. I mean, they're kind of similar, but not really. It's still my biggest gripe as to why I think Max needs that belt. He needs a chance at the belt. It's not like he was getting his ass kicked at 45. He lost to the champion multiple times. And then the new champion. And now he's at a new weight class, a new physical structure. He's put the work in. If you watch that Dustin fight versus any fight before Dustin, or even any fight prior to, he looked even bigger in this bout than he did in the Gaethje bout. There's something to be said about Max Holloway getting a title shot here. And Arman to Tsarukyan, to me, buddy, you got to go face a Paddy Pimblett. Because Paddy's one away. Arman now, in my opinion, is one away. Max just got his one away at 155. And Justin, they're not going to give you that title shot if you're screaming retirement, bro. It's almost never going to happen. That was the last thing that could have helped you get an actual title shot, in my opinion. That's like literally the kiss of death when it comes to Dana White. You could have oiled his ass up and done anything. But once you say retirement, he wants nothing to do with you. Unless you're Habib or DC. But I digress. Let me know what you think down below. Max versus Ilia, I think it has to happen. We need it. And then let Paddy and Arman fight it out. Even though I think Arman versus Ilia is an amazing bout, I just think Max deserves it more.